Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Nerds Only podcast. You are here with your hairiest host, Mother Goose. Sadly, my co-hosts are gone this week, but I have some really good friends of mine joining on today. TheSuitedBird.
What's up? How's it going?
And HouseDog, a.k.a. Milky.
Hello.
Hello.
I had to get a drink of water.
This is the way.
It sounded like you chain smoked 3 packs right before this.
You don't know my life.
It's your exhaling smoke.
You know what?
No, I've had like a
As long
migraine
as you're
like all day
happy.
today. I've had a migraine all day today, so
That explains the
Have you-
I'm
throat.
just trying to.
Listen, chug chocolate milk, get some peppermint oil, rub it on your templates, in between your eyes, like at the tip of your nose, right at the base of your neck, and some on your wrists, and then get an eyeball massager. Oh, and Excedrin. All 4 of those things, I guarantee your migraine will be manageable. It won't go away, but it'll be manageable.
No, I always get migraines. Like I get them pretty often.
Yeah.
So today's just one of those days I have a migraine, but I don't care because you told me that Josh was going to be on the show today, so I had to come on.
This is the way.
There we go.
We love Josh.
And I love you.
I'll never stop
Both.
glazing Josh.
Call me the donut because I'm constantly getting glazed.
Real. So today we're going to be talking about TCG Shop Simulator. I think we've all been pretty obsessive about it. Maybe in different levels, but we all really enjoy it.
This game, man.
This game.
I love it with all my heart. I really do.
It might be my favorite, simulator.
I think this game kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think it really started, like the whole simulator craze started with the shop simulator, like the grocery store simulator.
The supermarket one?
Yeah, supermarket. Thanks. I don't know. I'm not operating on all cylinders tonight, boys.
That's okay.
I swear there's like 4 of the same ones. They're like grocery store, supermarket. They're like all the same. They're so close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but no, I don't really watch like TV anymore. I don't really know anybody that watches TV anymore.
Real.
I just watch YouTube most of the time because I like YouTube, and I follow most of the same people that everybody follows in the gaming community. And like 2 months ago, the supermarket simulator was like sweeping YouTube. Like everybody was playing it, and then it kind of died off for a second, and then like an update would come out or a new one would come out and it would catch fire again. And then once Card Shop Simulator came out, like everybody was playing it, and everybody is still
As they
playing
should.
it.
As they should.
That's right. That's right. The regime lives on.
So I want to ask, what did you guys name your shops?
You want to go first, Elijah?
Yeah. I called mine the Tavern.
Oh, okay. That's classy.
I went to an actual TCG shop a few months ago that made it look like a medieval tavern, and it was sick, and it's really stuck with me.
And how many girls were in that TCG shop, Elijah?
2?
There we go. Get exposed, Mac.
Get exposed.
That's a good. Now let me
Hey,
ask you a
listen.
follow-up question. How many men were in that store?
Just me.
Oh,
That's a great
That's a
ratio.
crazy
Good
ratio.
Yeah.
So were you out there rizzing up the girls in the TCG shop?
No. You guys know I'm scared of women.
You weren't like, do you want to see my big fat packs, ladies?
you want to see my Gyarados?
Oh yeah, you want to see my 4 Magic the Gathering binders that I have?
I mean, if they're in there already, they're probably someone interested.
Real.
I mean, if those ladies were anything like that, and you just saying that to me now, if I was wearing underwear, they would be soaked.
This is the way, boys.
You're not wearing underwear?
No, I'm in my home. Who wears underwear at their house? I'm not weird, you're weird.
Wait.
Wait,
Hold on.
you have pants on?
Yeah, I have sweatpants on.
Oh, okay.
Okay, backstory. Since Elijah and I grew up together, Elijah can confirm he spent a lot of time. Everybody kind of spent time at my house
Yeah.
in high school. Like, my house was just that house where my parents... I only had like 5 friends anyways, but people were always at my house for whatever reason. And Elijah can confirm I was either shirtless... Yeah, I was pretty much just shirtless my entire
Yep.
time.
Well, remind me to never, like, if I need a pair of pants, to use one of your pair of pants.
Bro, you just got a free ball sometimes. Welcome to the Nerds Only podcast
Welcome
where
to
anything goes.
That's kind of the point of the show. Hey, what did you guys name your shops?
Oh, mine is HouseDog's House of Cards.
That's a
Hell
pretty
yeah.
good name.
I think
I like
is.
that.
I'm pretty sure it is. Hold on.
See,
I'll boot up.
I didn't realize once you named it, you couldn't rename it.
Oh, no.
And I was
Oh, no.
streaming, and I just didn't know what to name it, so I named it the Shop.
Hell yeah.
And it's just permanently the Shop. And when people join my stream, they're like, the Shop. I'm like, yes, the Shop. And then I just give it no other look. I'm like, you know what? I'm not expanding upon this. It's the Shop.
And you know what? I like it.
It's straight and
It
to the
has
point.
lore. What are you selling? I don't know, but they're selling something.
It's a shop. We know that. We know that double time.
Ooh, can I do a little side quest here?
Sure.
I always have to ask Elijah for permission for side quests during the podcast because he never knows how long my side quests are gonna take.
Real.
So I had to open up the game, right? So I opened up Steam.
Mm-hmm.
And I always just look through my games to make sure there's not updates or anything. I noticed that Josh has also played another simulator game that I put 13 hours in and grinded very hard for no reason. And that is Tavern Manager Simulator.
Oh, that game, there's no end game. There's no end game.
No, but it's so much
selling
fun.
I cannot
It's so
tell you
much
how
fun.
many bowls of vegetable soup I've made. It's
Hell yeah.
crazy.
I love that game so much.
Have you played that game, Elijah?
No, I don't think I've even heard of it.
Oh man, you need to jump on that wagon. After you
Hell yeah.
become
I mean-
level 100 in TCG Card Shop Sim, you're jumping on that wagon.
Hell yeah. I mean, I literally called it the tavern. I mean, why not work at an actual tavern?
There we
right?
go.
Hey, what level are we? Just for the audience's context.
That's a great question. I'm level.
I am level 18.
Nice.
I'm level 32.
Nice. I am 13.
There we go.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm really enjoying it, but I feel like I probably would be a lot further if it didn't make me restart my progress from the prologue.
Yeah, I feel that. When I realized that save didn't carry over, I was so disappointed. I think I would be level like 50 if it wasn't for that.
Yeah, I would be in the 20s for sure. Maybe the 30s, but I don't think I played that much.
Yeah, I mean, something about it just it tickles your brain. It tickles your brain. See, I'm at the point where I've automated it, so I got a cashier dude that he's fast. His stat is like very fast, I think, on cashier.
Hell yeah.
So I got that man on the cashier desk right there. That's he literally doesn't go home at the end of the day. He just stays there. He just
Good for him,
spawns
a
there.
dedicated worker.
Yes, he's like the SpongeBob. Then we have the Squidward, who it's like the beginning guy, and I just bought him just to restock things. And I just buy massive like Amazon Prime shipments of just garbage and keep it on the street. And this man is a turtle, and he just slowly works through that mountain of product. And when he finally gets to the mountain, I go on my little phone and order another mountain.
I just like how Josh's shop has reached the point to where it now has lore behind it.
Yeah, real.
And I do my dream, and I sit in the corner with my red legendary packs and just buy boxes and boxes of them, just ripping those packs.
Hell yeah.
Which brings me to a question I've been wondering. Have you guys gotten any ghost rares?
I've gotten one.
Okay.
I don't even have a full art yet, so
I want to say I sold mine for 2,000 maybe.
I'm so upset. I didn't get my first ghost rare till today.
Really?
Yeah. And it was only worth $300.
Wait. Okay, so sorry, Mac and I were talking about you behind your back. We noticed that you got an achievement for selling like over a $5,000 card. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a ghost rare.
It was not a ghost rare. It was just like a really nice full art.
Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
the ghost rares and stuff are not the most expensive cards in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the most expensive is ghost rare full art.
Gotcha.
I think.
Yeah. I think my luck's just been really good in TCG Shop Simulator because my luck has been like awful doo-doo garbage in real life in terms of back pulling lately.
I opened a Pokemon pack like 2 days ago. It had three cards or 3 packs in it, and it had like a promo shiny card. Every pack in it was a hit, and I was like,
hell yeah.
This is the life right here. This is the goal.
Hell yeah.
It made me feel so good.
So I know I just said I haven't been doing great, which is true overall. But when Duskmorn came out for Magic the Gathering, my pre-release box, there was one card in the set that I was wanting, and I got it as the like promo card version of it. So, you know,
there we go. There we go.
Have you guys noticed that there are less stinky people in the like full release than there was in the prologue?
I haven't noticed that.
The prologue.
What's your guys' opinion on the stinky people mechanic?
I think that it's very true to real life, and I wish I could spray them in real life.
Yeah, very lore accurate. I was at work the other day, and I was talking to a guy, and he like goes to card shops and stuff to play and whatnot, and he was like, you would not believe the amount of just like stinky guys that come in there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I can believe that.
Me and Tuck, we went to a card shop, and there was like this certain card he wanted, and they had like one of the glass display bins, and there's a certain card he wanted in there. It was like a not Gen 1, or like a first edition. I don't even remember what it was, but he asked the guy, he's like, oh, this thing's gonna be expensive, you know, it's in a top loader, it's in the thing. He asked the guy, he's like, how much is this thing? This guy is probably like 6'5", 270 pounds, like smelling like whatever smells that is. And he takes it, he grabs it, and he takes it out of this top loader, and he has this special light, and he's examining it. He's on his phone, like looking, I'm assuming eBay listings or whatever. I kid you not, me and Tuck sat there for 5 minutes in awkward silence as this smelly man was doing this, just for him to look at us and be like, $6. And I'm like, like, I don't even know. I would have paid $6 to not go through that experience. Like,
yeah,
it was just so uncomfortable. And for him to be examining it like that for like $6, I'm like, this is a lot. This is a lot to take in. At the shop, that would never happen.
Never.
Hey man, he's running a business.
I spray my customers I don't care what I'm doing. I drop everything to spray stinky customers.
The best update that's come out is the upgraded Smell-O-Matic thing will one-shot the customers with the smell.
Hell yeah.
And
Do you just stick it at the entrance?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
I think it's the level 3 one. You just stick that bad boy at the entrance, keep it filled, and as long as they don't come in too close to each other, because I think it has like a 5-second recharge.
Yeah.
You're golden. You're golden. Smelling like daisies in there.
This is the way. overall, I really love the NPCs in this game. Like, today I had somebody walk in and they looked at my thing and they were like, ugh, $22 for this? And then they bought 3 of them. Yeah.
It's like, what is this ripoff? Buys 7 packs of it.
Yeah.
Which I think accurately depicts, like, depicts that. I go to a store, I'm like, $50 for an ETB? That's overpriced. Buys 3.
Yeah. I've been there. Yep.
Have you guys noticed not a single overweight NPC?
Yeah. I would say I've seen some like bigger NPCs, but none that are overweight.
I want like a whale, like one that will come in, and like a money whale too, as both in physical and money form. One that's gonna come in. There should be ones that come in that are like special customers that like just buy a whole shelf or something. Mm-hmm. That would go so crazy. that would be my addition to the game.
Yeah, and it's lore accurate. Some of my co-hosts, Jeremiah and Kylee, they're very responsible with their money. They, take good care of themselves. They, save. But every once in a while, they go just splurge at the local game store and, like, literally will just leave with, like, cardboard boxes full of board games.
You gotta treat yourself sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
So if there was one thing you could add to the game, like, as of right now, I know there's like a roadmap of things that they're like, oh, we're gonna add this. But what's like one thing you would be like, this game needs this?
I think the ability to play what's the card game called? Tetramon?
Tetramon, yeah.
Yeah, to be able to play with the customers.
That would be a lot of fun. Like build your own deck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish there was more of like a collecting reward to it. Like I feel like I get cards and like I want to collect them. Like I don't want to sell. If I get an expensive card, I don't really want to sell it unless I have a duplicate. But I'm like, is there a point to collecting these cards? Like there's not.
I sell everything.
And you're probably in the right for that. You're probably doing the right thing.
Good for you.
But in my little mind, I'm like, oh, but that one looks so cool. Let me collect this fake card.
Anything that's like $5, I'm just like, there's some money.
Yeah.
And I immediately put it in the thing.
Which, as far as I'm aware, there's not this ability. Josh, you definitely know better though. Is there a way for you to sell your excess bulk at some point?
Mm-hmm. There,
yeah.
Okay.
If you get the workshop.
Oh, okay, cool. I was wondering what that was for.
You can put, I think it does 100 cards, and you can control like the price point, like no more than $1, like everything under $1, and you can control to make sure you have a duplicate of it. Like you won't just get rid of all your cards. You can make sure you keep at least one. They don't.
Oh, sick. Okay.
There's different rarities to it. Like the base one's like $12. You can sell it for. Next one's, I don't know, but the legendary one is like $100. I think you could sell it for.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. Milky, was there anything you'd like to see added?
Not really. I kind of just play this game whenever like I want to play something, but I don't want to think.
Yeah.
I just want to open packs and stock things and check out customers and sell expensive cards.
That's respectable.
It's a good game to have going while you've got a show in the background.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I definitely have YouTube.
I think
on
the
other
roadmap.
screen.
Hell yeah.
The roadmap is like, I was really glad they didn't add that until like a week after the game came out, I think.
You might be right with that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the roadmap is good.
They've got some like super interesting stuff on here. Like one of the first things they did was you can now sell your old shelves, which is nice.
Okay.
Because like I was stupid and I think I bought that wire basket shelf trying to save money instead of just buying a full shelf. And it's useless. Like it sucks.
It's pretty bad.
And then we have a custom review app on the roadmap as well as the next thing.
Which I think that should be available, right?
Yeah, that's out.
Nice.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just not crossed out for some reason. That came out like
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Okay. Customers being able to trade cards,
No.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think that's out yet.
being able to organize tournaments, which is cool. Then we have random events. I don't know what that means.
The whale.
The whale.
Whale, possibly.
You gotta
Maybe
be
they've
ready
heard
for
us.
him.
More shop products, which is cool. More shelves and table types, which is nice. I think that's one thing that I do not like about the game is the fact that you can only buy the 2-person tables and then you just have to buy a ton of them. They
Yeah.
do snap together, which is nice. But it'd be better if you could just sell all your old tables and buy like a 6-seater table.
Yeah. Yeah, which is something they added from the prologue. It annoyed me so much in the prologue that you couldn't snap tables together.
Yeah, the prologue was a little rough.
It was. And yet we still played a ton.
I would have had 30 hours in it. Easily.
Yeah.
We're getting more Tetramon cards or types,
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
which I guess means cards. And then Elijah, your wish is coming true. At one point, there will be a playable version of the game.
Let's go! Let's go!
Well,
Then we're getting shop decorations as well.
that would be cool
Oh,
to have
sick.
posters
Okay.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there will be a grading system and a difficulty mode added to the game,
Ooh,
which I
alright.
think the grading system, I think that's like one of the things missing now is because even though you pull like, let's say like a $20 card or whatever, it'd be really nice to be able to get it graded. And now that $20 card becomes a $50 card because it's in good
Yeah.
condition or whatever. I don't know how they're going to do that, but
Yeah,
that'll be cool.
That would be kind of cool to have like a little extra gambling to it where it's like you pull a ghost rare and then you can send it off. You spend $20, whatever, send it off. Then the next day that you start, it comes back and you get like a grading and it can increase or decrease the value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool. But are you guys aware that Tetramon is an actual card game that you can play in real life?
No,
It's
No.
a phone app.
I'm downloading
yeah.
that right
Yeah,
now.
I did. I did know that.
Yeah, I saw it. I forget where I saw it, but someone was like, yeah, it's like an actual game.
Guys,
What?
TCG Shop Simulator. There's a mobile version.
Yeah, but it's not the same. I've heard about it.
I'm about to start this up. Hold up. Is this what this podcast is going to be? We're all just going to be playing on our phone.
Yeah, and it's also Tetramon, though. You're right. It's TCG Card Shop Tycoon Simulator,
Oh.
but it is Tetramon, and I did find the mobile version. Sorry to kind of derail us there.
Yeah, Tetramon
amazing.
Monster Battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no idea how good it is. I mean, it's rated well.
Yeah. Almost 5 stars out of 237 reviews.
I mean, hey, maybe this is the next big thing.
It very well could be.
Come back next week for TCG Shop Simulator Part 2.
The mobile version.
I know this isn't like a video podcast, but I just picture like we come back next week and I just have like stacks of ETBs of Tetramon behind me.
Real.
Just like, see, you've been busy. It's a tax write-off, I swear.
Yeah. Just open them on stream.
Exactly.
The government can't prove otherwise.
This is for business.
It's for business purposes.
I wanted to ask, have either of you tried the Pokemon mod?
I don't know how to install mods or work a computer really, so no.
See, I
fair.
tried to do it, and then it was giving me instructions, and I was like, I don't really know what this is talking about. And I tried to do it, and I couldn't figure out in like 30 seconds. I'm like, I want my Tetramon.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't either. I was watching someone stream that had it, and I think it's really cool. I mean, Nintendo's going to shut it down in the next couple weeks.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's
If
what I was about
that.
to say. How long until Nintendo comes and closes that up? Because they're not getting their cut.
Yeah. Yeah. If they were smart, they would partner with this company and do a Pokemon DLC, but
We're
that's
talking about
never gonna
Nintendo.
happen.
No,
Yeah.
no.
could see us getting a Pokemon official version on the Switch here in like 3-5 years.
It's gonna cost $60, and in 20 years, it's still gonna cost $60, and it's gonna barely run on it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be, and I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna be mad about it.
Yeah.
So this kind of runs into my question. Now, I know at least Elijah's really into opening like card packs and stuff. Does this, do you think, help or make worse your urge to go buy card packs?
So, I don't know how scientifically accurate this is, but I want to say it's helped because I haven't bought a single card pack since I started playing, but I'm also really poor, so, I mean...
Mac, your opinion on this? Does this give you an urge?
Like, I understand the card pack opening and stuff. Like, back whenever he still did like his channel and everything, I was really into Max Mofo, and I watched his Pokemon channel like quite a bit. Really, there was one point where I was like, man, it'd be kind of cool to open cards, but I have no reason to.
Dopamine.
And so it's kind of like anytime I see a video game, I'm like, oh, that video game looks cool. And then I just wait for YouTube people to do it. And then I just watch them play the game. And then I don't buy the game.
Yeah.
See, that's a lot more affordable, healthy way to consume it. But I'm mad at you about it.
Yeah. Good for you, but also how dare you? Don't you know that 99% of card pack openers quit before they win big?
100% true.
See, I just know not to hit the crack pipe.
See, you gotta do it like me, where the very first Pokemon pack I ever opened, I got a Charizard. So it was immediate dopamine. I'm like, this is easy.
I had the exact same experience, but with Magic the Gathering. I bought a booster box, and I was looking for Tiamat and Lolth, and I got both of them in that box.
See how happy you could be if you just spent all of your money on it?
Yeah. Yes,
I could.
You could buy singles and save so much money, but
Singles.
it's so much better when you open it from a pack.
It's true. I have.
Or I could just keep playing TCG and never experience that.
I have to tell this story because this kind of relates. So there's this card that I was searching for, a chase card from a Pokemon pack. For anyone listening and they care, it's the Beware Full Art from Shrouded Fables. I love that card. The funny thing about that card, it's not like a rare card. It's like a... Why are you laughing, Elijah?
Is this the stream thing?
No.
Sorry, I think I know where this is going.
So it's like a $7 card. Like I could easily just buy it for $7. I kid you not, between me and Tuck, we opened over 100 packs of Shrouded Fables. Did not get this card. And me and him went out last week, and I got a 6-pack, like a booster box that has 6 packs in it of Shrouded Fable. And then we went to the next store, and they had the Beware card in the thing for $7. I'm like, screw this. I'm sick and tired of like buying these packs because I got like most of the cards from Shrouded Fables. Like at this point, literally I'm spending money just to get this card that's worth $7. I'm like, I'm buying other cards. So I buy this card, $7, I'm all happy. We go home and we're opening our packs. Lo and behold, in the 6 booster box pack, a Beware appears. And now I own 2.
The worst.
I now have 2 of them.
I wasn't sure where this story was going, and I was like, I need to bring up the fact that it's awful when you buy singles and then you open it from a pack later. We're so in sync.
It's the worst.
We need to rename this podcast Normal Man Listens to 2 Gambling Addicts.
Let's go gambling.
Yeah, no, you guys aren't convincing me to get into this at all. It just sounds like you have a problem.
Okay.
I
for a
can
moment of
stop
clarity,
anytime I want.
As a man who loves you, don't get into this.
I just don't think I would.
Hey, Mac,
I don't think I would.
There's only one way to find out.
Get you into pack pulling.
Unless I was doing it for like a stream or something, then maybe. But I don't stream, so
We can change that.
We can change it.
Streaming's free.
We'll get you how we got. We'll get you into the actual like playing the game aspect of it first. You know, just play a couple games of Pokemon with the boys, a couple games of Magic with the boys.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you have 4 Magic binders full of cards and haven't talked to a woman in years.
Next thing you know, your wife's buying you Ditto Pokemon anniversary gifts. And living the dream.
Next thing you know, you have
You guys
a
are making a
virginity
real
corner
hard
as
sell.
big as mine.
You guys are making a really hard sell.
This is the way.
So, question. Oh, I think we've praised this TCG card shop game a lot. Is there anything that you're like, this needs to change? Like anything that you want changed from this game?
Probably the fact that it's too addicting and I play till I give myself a headache.
That's respectable.
That should probably change. But I don't think that's the game's fault, right?
It's not the game's fault.
Mine would have to be like the prices of everything.
Yeah.
Like upgrades and stuff, and like shelves, and even just buying like bulk cards and everything. I feel like it's really expensive when you add in the fact that you also have to pay bills. Like I don't ever turn the lights on in my shop just so my electric bill doesn't go up.
Gotcha.
Does that affect the review app?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I always turn my lights on. Matt, go to your reviews. Let us know.
I haven't played since the review app thing came out.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
See, what I would change, what bothers... Now, I know there's a mod to fix this, but once again, I just can't be bothered, is the constant market price changing.
Yeah.
And it's just... I know there's a mod you can install that automatically changes your prices to market priced, but it's just so annoying that, like, one day, oh, dice are $35. The next day, oh, why did this guy just buy 10 of them? Oh, because they're worth $40 now and I have it priced at $32. I'm like, this isn't realistic.
Yeah. At least that quick of a change.
Yeah, from day to day.
Yeah. In all seriousness, though, I think just to bounce off Milky, the price of things, the licensing fee. It's like the number one thing that's stopping me from really progressing.
The licensing is crazy. I mean, I guess it's probably accurate to what it's like to a certain degree, but
yeah, you've got to connect with distributors, but I don't feel like it's that expensive, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, have you guys experienced accidental buying of the licensing?
Yeah, I think I did on something.
I was so crushed. I didn't realize licensing was a thing, so I like bought, I think it was like the first booster box you can get. I thought I bought it, but I just bought the license, and I went outside to go pick up the box, and there wasn't one. And then I opened the thing, and I was like, why is it so much cheaper now?
Wow, and the prices really go down here.
Yeah.
They're helping you out.
Sorry we didn't deliver your first one.
Here's the second one for a discounted price.
Real.
I feel like there's just like quality of life stuff. Like it's a little janky, the game, and I feel like they could polish it up. But for the most part, how much was this game? Like $15?
I don't
don't
think
know.
it was that much.
My
Maybe
good
like
friend, the
12?
Suited Bird, bought it for me, and he deserves all the good.
You know what? That's right. I did buy it for you.
This is the way.
But I mean, for the price, I've had a ton of fun with it. It's overall very well made.
And I feel like the clunkiness is part of the fun.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's part of the experience. Something else I'd like to see is just more NPC designs. It's something they definitely fixed or improved from the prologue. There's a lot more now, but I'd still like to see them add more, because sometimes I'll have like 3 or 4 of the same guy in my shop.
Well, it's just quadruplets.
Yeah.
Everyone's related.
Yeah,
in
they're
this
just
town.
brothers.
And they all have a gambling addiction.
Every
They all
last
have a
one of them.
problem.
Yeah.
My favorite is when you have tables set up and one person sits at one table and another person sits at another table. And I'm just like, just
Yeah.
sit at the same table.
Real. Now, I will admit, as somebody who frequents my local game store, I have done that. Like, I will come to play Magic, and I'll see somebody, like, waiting to play Magic with someone random, and I won't go sit with them because I don't know them. I'm not talking to a stranger.
Okay, here's a question. In game stores like that, do you actually have to pay to go to these tables?
It depends on the game store. Most of the time, if it's not a tournament, you can go just sit at an open table and play. There is one, I want to say in Wichita Falls. It's a really nice game store at the mall, but they make you pay for the table space, which I find really strange.
Okay. Because me and Tucker definitely went in and just like sat at a table and played. And in retrospect, I'm like, were we supposed to like pay for that? Or like, did I just sit there and just steal from them? They were too nervous or just didn't care enough to say anything.
No, you're probably good. You're
Okay.
probably good. You know, and some places, like the one I go to here, has 2 D&D rooms, which you don't have to pay to use, but you do have to like schedule the time. But those are like separate rooms within the store.
That checks out.
Well, do we have anything else on TCG Shop Simulator before we move on?
I don't think so.
It'll never die.
I'll never
never
die.
Play, get addicted.
That's right. Find your corner and rip hundreds of packs.
Hundreds. Yeah, I actually haven't bought any workers, but after you described your experience, I think that's what I'm going to start working towards next.
Workers are not worth it till you get someone at the cash register that can do at least fast speed. Normal and slow speed, you might as well like just be throwing money out the window. I could run to Wichita, that place, and cash out a person faster. Like, it is insane.
Gotcha. Yeah, I went to go hire somebody, and the only one I had was a slow worker, and I was like, this isn't worth it. I'm not going to waste $50 a day on this guy.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
What else have you guys been doing this week? What have you been obsessed with?
Josh.
I mean, yeah, always Josh, TheSuitedBird, on YouTube and Twitch.
Go follow. No. Okay. Well, NextFest was, I don't know if it's still going, but it was going this week or last week. So I was trying some new demos. Most of them were hot trash, but there was a couple that had promise. I played one called Laundry Store Simulator, where you just do people's laundry. And it was actually one of the most stressful simulator games I've ever played in my life. Like, these washing machines, I swear the washing machines are doing fentanyl because they're breaking all the time. I have to iron clothes and fold them. And then everyone's coming in and giving me laundry baskets. And at 10 o'clock when you close, everyone that gave you like their laundry comes in at once. Like, I don't care if you're done or not. Like, I want my clothes. So you have 15 people in your lobby and you have 3 laundry machines and there's one. It was so stressful. I think I cried a couple times. I'm on day 3.
The question is, do you recommend it?
100%.
Hell yeah. That's what I like to hear. Milky?
Yeah, I revisited Return of the King on the PlayStation 2.
Class.
Hell yeah.
Super nice. I hadn't played in forever, and I hadn't finished the game yet on whatever save I was on, so I went ahead and finished it out, and I forgot like how hard that game is. If you don't play with other characters and actually level them, it's super annoying. So
is it a turn-based game?
No, it's not.
Gotcha.
Are you thinking the other one, the turn-based one?
I think that's the second one or the first one.
Yeah.
I think it's the first one. Is the turn-based one. And so I get to the last level, the Crack of Doom, and I have to play as Frodo. And that's when I figured out that I haven't played as Frodo at all during the entire game. And so he was literally level 1.
Oh no.
It's movie accurate.
And yeah, and to beat the game, your last like boss is Smeagol. And the way the mechanic works in that level is you have to like hit Smeagol to the edge and then use like a finisher to get him to fall off the edge multiple times. Yeah. And so I basically just had to like trick the UI in the game to where Smeagol like runs around and chases you. And I had to get him to chase me to the edge to where then Sam and I could attack him because I had played with Sam, but he's not available. Like you have to play as Frodo in this level.
Gotcha.
No matter what. And so Sam was stronger, so he could hit him to the edge, and then I could finally use the strong attack to like hit him once and then knock him off the edge with the finisher, and it was a little annoying. But it reminded me that games used to be kind of hard.
Real. I know that's an older game now. How do you feel like it's aged?
Not well. Aragorn, everyone looks really bad.
Yeah.
But it's one of my favorite games, so I was cool with it.
That's a good game.
I feel like in terms of older games, I have to have some sort of nostalgic connection to get through it, especially if the mechanics have aged really poorly.
Definitely.
There are definitely some older games that have aged really well. The mechanics are amazing, and we love them, but definitely a lot that have not.
What about you, Elijah?
Yeah, so I actually just binge-watched Blue Eye Samurai on Netflix. Have either of you guys watched it?
I've not.
It's really good. It's about a samurai in, I think, the Edo period. She is mixed race, so she has blue eyes, and that's kind of what the direction that the director wanted to go with it is, just wanted that to be a core theme of a mixed race person, how, for one race, in her case, she's not Asian enough for the Asian people around her. She's not white enough for the white people around her. But overall, this is a really good series. The action's fantastic. The writing. It is an animated series. The animation's really good. My only complaint is the last episode. I heard somebody else describe it as a wet fart. And I feel like that's really accurate. They just made some pretty awful decisions in the last episode. I was just sitting there like, why? Like, minor spoilers. There's a siege in the last episode, and like multiple gates of the defending city is just open. Like,
as they are.
Yeah. There is one gate that you see how they get through, but the rest of them, they were just automatically open. And it's a lot of details like that. But as good as the show was overall, and the fact that it's getting a second season, which I think is in production right now, I feel like I can forgive the finale, at least for now, depending on how good season 2 is.
So how many episodes is that?
There's 8, and that's part of the reason that the finale was so bad. Apparently there was supposed to be 10, but they ran out of their budget.
And how long's an episode?
I want to say 20 to 40 minutes, but I can give you an actual answer here in just a second.
So what you're telling me is that you could have watched The Dark Knight like 4 times?
Oh my God.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Which, okay, audience. So Josh and I have been talking about this off stream or podcast for a while now. I have not seen The Dark Knight. I have seen Batman Begins and The Dark Knight Returns. Don't worry about it.
Dark Knight Rises, but go on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Josh has never seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, so we've been trying to figure out a deal, because obviously watching a whole animated series is not equal to watching one movie. So, have you thought more about what else I should watch?
Not even for a second.
That's fair.
I'm going to be honest. I've just been ripping card packs, man.
And as you should. As you should.
You should have to watch The Dark Knight as many times to equal the runtime of the entire Avatar series.
I will do it if we do a podcast episode on it.
What are we doing? A podcast episode comparing The Dark Knight to Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a
The Dark
crazy
Knight.
episode.
15 times versus the entire Avatar: The Last Airbender series. Listen, I'm not putting myself through that without getting some content out of it.
That's fair. You know,
I don't think it's the worst idea.
it's kind of like, isn't it one of the like top 10 best rated movies of all time? The Dark Knight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why you're
I
the
mean-
one saying this, because like you've never seen it, so you have no opinion on this.
Yeah,
Your
I know
cats are
it's-
absolutely battling it out back there, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, to answer your question about Blue Eye Samurai, the first episode's about an hour, and the rest of them are about 40 minutes to 50 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, that checks out. How do you guys feel about shows now? Like, instead of doing like 20 episodes, they do like 8 episodes per season. I mean, I know it probably really depends on the show. Like, some shows,
Yeah.
it makes total sense and like I love it. But then some shows, like well, that could have been 5 more episodes. And I feel like they just made it 8 episodes just to fit the quota here of what typically a show is nowadays.
Yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes it's the perfect length. Most of the time, though, I feel like it's too short, and they needed at least a couple more episodes, if not like double the episode length.
A lot of women tell me that too, so.
And good for them. Wait, you're not. I'm sorry. I thought we were still talking about TV shows. I'm sorry. Josh, I love you. I'm sorry.
And good for them.
I'm sorry.
For me, it's like, so I have Apple TV somehow. I don't know how. I just have Apple TV.
That's how everyone has Apple TV. No one knows how.
Yeah, I don't know how, but I have it. And anytime I get a streaming service, I just let my parents use it too, you know. And they use Apple TV like regularly, like as one of their main streaming platforms.
Yeah.
And my mom tried to get me to watch Ted Lasso for like ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then whenever I was back in Texas for a couple months, or for like a month, I wound up, I was like, I need something to do. So I started watching Ted Lasso, and that show is perfect. Like, if you guys haven't seen it, go watch it. To me, it's like one of the best shows like ever made. Like,
Gotcha.
it's never
Okay.
boring. I think it only has 2 or 3 seasons. And
Okay.
the creators of the show, whenever they made the show and it like caught fire and everything, they told everybody, they're like, hey, we're only making like 2 or 3 seasons of this, and that's it. Like, we're not doing another season no matter how good the show does. We have a story we want to tell. We know the timeline that it's going to take, and whenever it's done, it's done.
Yeah.
And I would rather have that than 10 seasons of just, okay, we need to make another season of the show because it's still making money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
That show will punch you in the gut though. Like, it's a comedy and everything, but it has some like really serious moments. Like the main character Ted, who's played by what's that dude's name? It's the
Jason
guy from Jason Sudeikis.
Sudeikis, thank you.
He plays Ted. It's not really a spoiler if you guys wind up watching the show, but he like has this, I think it lasts over a season, or like he deals with it for a whole season, or maybe multiple, I can't remember. He has like complete breakdowns from like stress. What's that called again? Sorry. I'm
Like a mental
out
breakdown.
of time here.
Panic attack?
He has like an anxiety attack.
Yeah.
He like deals with anxiety because like he has personal issues going on and stuff like that, and he doesn't really know how to handle it, so he starts having anxiety attacks, and like I said, it lasts for like a whole season or it bleeds into another, And it's just really cool because Ted's like this really upbeat character that he's one of those people that everyone kind of relies on, and he's always like in a good mood, and he's always there to like cheer people up and stuff. And then in the background, like he's just dealing with all of these things happening to him and can't really deal with it. So he starts having like anxiety attacks and stuff. I don't know. It was just a really cool aspect of the show that I enjoyed, and it was cool to see that. And they did it really well.
Hell yeah. Nice. Yeah, I might check it out. That sounds really interesting.
I've heard a lot of good things about that show.
Yeah, I think I've seen some clips too, like on TikTok or YouTube Shorts, that have seemed really interesting.
I highly recommend it, though. Like I said, my mom tried to get me to watch it for forever. She was like, "This is the best show ever. You need to watch it." And I was like, "I don't really know. It doesn't really look like something I enjoy." And then she was like, "No, you're gonna like it. Just give it a chance." And I think I watched an entire season in like a day.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Because they're only like, I think there's only like 10 or 12 episodes a season.
That's not too bad. Are they hour-long episodes?
I want to say so.
Bingeable, yeah.
Yeah, this one show I watch. It's called Shoresy. It's on Hulu, and it just finished season 3. Each season only has like 6 episodes in it, and the episodes are only like 20 minutes long. And it's just like, I love the show, but it makes me so sad because I'm like, man, like every time the season went, I'm like, I just want more. But you can watch like a season. Like, I watched season 1 and 2. You can watch in like 2 hours. And maybe a little more, like 2.5. But it's just like watching a longish movie, and you got through 2 seasons.
Well, Shoresy's a spinoff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a kind of Letterkenny. From Letterkenny, he's one of the characters in Letterkenny, but he has his own whole show. And it's like a whole different story.
Yeah, I tried to watch an episode of that one time, and
Letterkenny or Shoresy?
I think both. Neither one of them. I just didn't like the comedy.
Mm-hmm. It is like a very like style of comedy, like stupid comedy.
Yeah, but see, like, it was just something about it, because I've watched like stupid shit, like I've watched all like 13 seasons or whatever of Trailer Park Boys.
That's a great show.
Hell
yeah, so I was like, maybe I'll like this, but just didn't do it for me for whatever reason.
It's fair. It's fair. Also,
talking about shows.
Also with Shoresy, I feel like if you don't like hockey at all, like you won't like that show, because it's the whole show. It's a hockey show. Like, he's a hockey player. Letterkenny is a lot more general of just Canadian redneck life, but yeah.
Talking about shows being too short, I also just finished rewatching through Firefly and Serenity, and that show was robbed.
Isn't that the song by Owl City?
Yes. Have you guys watched Firefly, though?
They made a show about that song?
It's a Western in space. It's 1 season and a movie.
Yeah, it had like a huge cult following, right?
Yeah, and it's really good. And apparently it's supposed to have 8 seasons, and it got 1. And I love rewatching it, but it also makes me really sad knowing that there will never be more.
Oh, I just thought of a good example of how we were talking about shows that go on too long.
I'm scared of what you're going to say.
I really enjoyed this show. Like, I was addicted to it. Gotham.
Ooh, I haven't watched it, but I saw some really good things on the early seasons.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the first couple seasons, great. Like, you meet Batman's like entire rogue gallery pretty much.
Yeah.
But he's a kid.
Yeah.
And just the further it gets, the worse it gets, which is really sad because I really enjoyed the show. And then just as the seasons went on, it was kind of like, what are we really doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't really expanding the Batman story much anymore, which it's not directly about Bruce. Like, Bruce is in the show. He's one of the main characters, of course, but it's really about Jim Gordon.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And in the first season, the like villain that they really focus on, if I can remember correctly, is the Riddler, who works at GCPD as like their, I think he's an ME, but I can't remember exactly. And his whole storyline is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything just starts kind of. Have you seen it, Josh?
I saw back when it first like was coming out, I saw like the first 2 seasons. Like that was because when did that come out? That must have been like 8 years ago. It feels like.
I can. Find
Yeah, I didn't watch it whenever it first came out.
And it was good.
I think. Yeah, the show was already done by the time I picked it up because I needed something to watch.
Yeah.
And it was. I was addicted to it for the longest. Like I was just binging.
Mm-hmm.
I have a
And then
problem
I
with
was like,
shows where I just
getting
don't
worse.
finish them.
Real.
Like,
See, if I start a show, unless it's just absolutely terrible, I have to finish it. Like Lost. Were either of you guys Lost guys?
you know what's I was just about to bring that up. I was about to bring up Lost.
Another fire show in the. They should have never had that latter half of the storyline where everybody comes back.
Yeah.
See, I've watched like up to season 3, and I cannot tell you at all why I stopped because I was enjoying it. I just one day stopped watching, and I haven't picked it up since. I
Don't go back.
Yeah, and I did that
Yeah,
for
Don't go
Gotham.
back.
It's
I did that
it's
for
like you
Arrow.
knew. Yeah.
Oh, Arrow, another great show that I was like super. I think I talked about it on Animal Squadron.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super. I was in Arrow for like the longest, and then they started doing that stupid ass thing where you have to watch Flash and you have to watch Supergirl and you have to watch DC Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why can't I just watch Arrow? Like, I'm cool if Flash shows up for an episode and he's like, hey, Barry, I need your help. Since you're not that far away, since you're in Star City and I'm in wherever he's at. I don't know.
Yeah, because they
That
did
show pissed me off.
the team up episodes where each individual show got one of the team up episodes. So you'd have to watch, if you wanted to watch that arc, you had to watch each separate show's one specific episode for that storyline.
Yeah, which really pissed me off because
Yeah.
I watched, I want to say like 1 or 2 seasons of Supergirl, and then I was kind of like, this sucks.
Yeah, the Arrowverse had some really high highs and some really low lows.
Oh, dude, the first couple seasons were incredible. Sorry I'm going on about Arrow, but we
No,
don't talk
that's
about
okay.
this stuff on Animal Squadron,
Right.
so this is the time I get to let it out. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it was great whenever they brought in Speedy as the hot sister's boyfriend.
Gotcha.
I loved Speedy, and then he was just like, yeah, there was that stuff, that plot line during one season where there was the stuff that made people like crazy bloodthirsty or whatever.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if I made it that far.
Yeah,
That sounds
it
really
happens
familiar.
to him. It happens to him, and Oliver like helps him get over it, but he's just like, this darkness is still inside me. I have to go to Mexico and never be seen again. And he comes back in a later season, but it's just like help Oliver defeat a bad guy.
Whatever's there. Yeah.
But the characters in that show were really good. Like Slade, I love that dude as Slade.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's actually made it to the big screen too. That guy that plays Slade, he was in one of the Supermans or something. He like has a cutscene with Lex Luthor that never turned
nice.
into anything.
I know what scene you're talking about. I didn't realize that was the Arrowverse Slade. That's cool.
Yeah, that guy's awesome. I want to know because I know who he is. He's the same guy that does Savage.
Oh, okay.
Trying to find them.
Also, the Gotham question, it was 2014, so it's been 10 years since it aired.
Oh wow. Manu Bennett. Deathstroke. Wait, that's Deathstroke. Is that-
Same guy.
Deathstroke is Slade.
Okay, Manu Bennett.
Slade and Deathstroke are the same guy, right?
Slade's his real name, and Deathstroke's like his super villain, mercenary name. Yeah, but I agree. He did really good, and I think the season that he was introduced was the last one that I watched. But I do think that's all the time we have for today, boys. Before we stop recording, though, you want to shout out or plug your stuff?
Sure.
Your content?
Sure. So I have a YouTube channel at TheSuitedBird where I play simulator games, and I haven't uploaded.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, what's
Milky's dying.
oh? Is he
Okay.
You good?
Milky, do we need to call your wife?
No, she's asleep anyways. I'm fine.
She won't take him to the hospital. She's sleeping.
She has the life insurance policy.
That car is not starting till they're going to the funeral or their insurance place.
Yeah.
I'm good now.
Anyways, before you so rudely interrupt, no. But I have a YouTube channel, Suited Bird, where I play simulator games a lot and some other things. Highlights on my live stream, where I stream on Twitch at TheSuitedBird. So yeah, that's where you can find me.
Hell yeah. Milky?
Go listen to Animal Squadron. That's where I'm at mostly. Maybe I'll start streaming soon. I don't
There
know.
we
I've
go.
thought about it. I have no viewers or anything, but maybe I'll start streaming soon.
You have to start
everyone's
somewhere.
Yeah. For sure. Hey, what do we talk about on Animal Squadron? Well, I got you here.
We talk about Yariel Poof mostly.
Yeah. Nothing else,
weird
actually.
Star Wars sex stuff. The rom-com TV show that I'm slowly building that isn't real, but maybe one day it will be.
These actually are all topics that we've talked about on the Animal Squadron podcast.
I didn't realize the sex update came out.
Yeah.
That's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure it was like General Grievous penis.
Yes, we did have an in-depth discussion on General Grievous's penis, if it was still there or not, mostly. And then Ichi's sex chair.
Yeah, that's a staple of the podcast, which, by the way, the holiday season is coming around. So
Yeah,
if
pun
you'd like to
intended.
tune in, this year, we're trying to convince Elijah to do a live review of the super awesome 1978 Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yeah.
Is that
and
the
we
one with the
haven't
Wookiees?
Yeah. We haven't
Josh,
told
would you like to
TheSuitedBird
be a
yet,
part?
but we were gonna try and convince him to come on.
How long is it?
You don't need to know that.
I'm looking it
It's
up
like
right now.
It's like an hour and a half.
It's
and
like 30 minutes.
awful.
It's like 30 minutes,
It was
Okay.
45 minutes for me, but I watched it in 2x speed.
which will
That's a
we will be
terrible
not
answer.
doing.
Okay, it's an hour and a half. You best not be watching Dark Knight in 2x speed.
I will not. I will sit, I'll get some popcorn, and I will enjoy it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming and listening. Really do appreciate it. Go check out Milky and The Suited Bird. And goodbye.
Toodaloos.
Bye.